Hi everyone, welcome to In the Beyond. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Today I'm going to be channeling a message from your higher self. We have 3 piles to choose from. Pile number 1 is the Fox card with this seashell. For pile number 2, we have the Maiden card, and we have this little glass flower. And for pile number 3, we have the Wild One card, and we have this clear quartz wand. So take as much time as you need to see which item and which card is really calling to you. That is going to be the pile that has a message for you today in this pick a card reading. So pause the video if you need more time to meditate further and really connect to your intuition, and I will see you at your timestamp below. Let's get into this reading, let's get into these cards, and let's go in the beyond. Hey group 1, if you guys were drawn to this seashell as well as the Fox card, this is going to be your reading. Let's see what your higher self wants you to know today. What message does your higher self have for you? So right away you were drawn to the Fox card, and with the Fox card I got a strong message about trusting your instincts and trusting your intuition. I think your intuition and your instincts might be leading you down a new path. Really trust your curiosity and trust what is really igniting your passions right now. What do you feel inspired by? What kind of new path is your intuition leading you down? And you guys also had a few other oracle cards come out right away. You had solar eclipse as well as waning gibbous moon. So with these 3 cards, I'm just really being drawn to the energies of the moon and all of this white energy, and I feel like this is really highlighting your connection to your intuition. I think there's something that you perhaps are ready to let go of, whether that's a limiting belief, a habit, or a pattern in your mindset that is like holding you back from your highest good and potential. And I think your higher self is coming through today to you guys in this reading to remind you that it's really time to trust what your intuition is telling you, trust where your curiosity is leading you, because I think there's something that you're ready to let go of. I think there's something you're ready to leave behind, something that's not serving you anymore. And I think with trusting your intuition, there's this new pathway that you guys will be embarking on. There's this like new portal coming through to your life in some way to allow you to experience new things that are in alignment with you. They're in alignment with your path and purpose, and your intuition has been trying to nudge you in this direction. And this new pathway is going to be different for everyone, but I think it really has to do with letting go of something that's holding you back. Letting go of a mindset, a belief, a habit, a daily pattern, just like daily habits that aren't serving you guys anymore. I also pulled a few tarot cards to get some more information, and you guys got 4 of Cups, the 4 of Coins, and the Sun. So with all of this energy, we have 2 4s and we have the Sun. I really feel like something in your foundation, your foundational energy has been holding you back and keeping you from seeing your highest potential, keeping you from seeing where you are in the greatest alignment with your path and purpose and keeping you from this sun energy. So with Four of Cups, I see maybe an emotional belief or pattern that's been holding you back. You haven't been able to see this beautiful blessing from the universe and spirit. Your higher self really wants you to change your perspective and change your focus so you can see these blessings, so you can see this new pathway that wants to be opened up for you. And with Four of Coins, I feel like this is representing a limiting belief or just a feeling that I'm picking up an energy of like you've been holding yourself back potentially out of fear of being safe or not being safe, out of fear of exposing yourself or exposing a part of yourself to people that maybe you're afraid to. This Four of Coins is giving me the energy of feeling stuck and held back, especially because of fear. So there might be something in your subconscious. You might have some limiting beliefs or things from the past that are holding you back right now, some emotional upheaval or pain that you've been through. Your higher self is really coming through in this reading to remind you you're safe now. It's okay to let these things go. These beliefs aren't serving your highest and greatest good anymore. I think you've maybe been holding yourself back to protect yourself, but your higher self is saying you don't need to be protecting yourself anymore in this way that has served you in the past, but now you are ready to let go. You are ready to stand in the sun moment where you are free and radiant and feeling warmth and feeling emotional support and warmth as well. And I really just want to say again, your higher self is really asking you to connect to your intuition, because that is really where you're going to be getting these inklings of knowing of what this new path is and where you need to allow yourself to experience more freedom and where you need to let something go. Your instincts and your intuition are really going to be your guides. See how this fox is really guiding this woman? And we also have two birds here. I feel like your intuition and your connection to your instincts and your connection to your higher self, as well as your spirit guides, will really be what will lead you down this new path, and they will really be your guides. So yeah, let's pull a few more oracle cards to get some more messages for you guys, because this is a really good reading. I really enjoy these messages about letting something go that no longer serves you. So more information for group one, giraffe. More information for group one, please. Tiger and owl. Okay, so with giraffe, bigger picture, it says, take a step back and gather your thoughts and feelings. So yeah, try to spend some time reflecting on your life, on your journey, on your path. What things have you gone through? How have they maybe created positive beliefs in yourself? How have your experiences potentially created some limiting beliefs about you, yourself, the world, these kinds of things? Try to view your life from a bigger picture. Take that bird's eye view, or that giraffe view, where you can really view things from above and see the entire picture, because I think there's something in your past that is ready to be released regarding limiting beliefs and regarding how you see yourself, how you feel safe in the world, how you feel about connections and relationships. I think there's this energy that your intuition will be letting you know is ready to be released. And we also have the tiger with divine timing. Good things come to those who wait. I definitely feel like this represents you guys and like where you are right now. Like I was saying, I think there were situations in your past and your foundational energies with these two fours, Four of Coins, Four of Cups. I think something possibly led you to feel fearful about your safety, maybe in your home, maybe in the workplace. I just think maybe people often didn't receive you in the most positive way, perhaps when you were younger. It could really be anything to that effect that has maybe caused you to feel like you need to hold back, you need to hold your true self back and in, or you need to contain yourself to be safe. And with the Divine Timing card, this card is coming out today to let us know, to let you know that you've waited out that storm, you did what you had to do to survive that time, but that was then and this is now, and you are now free and ready to let yourself be as free as and expansive as you want. You're ready to let go of limiting beliefs. You're ready to let go of preconceived notions about relationships and about how people might receive you and about your place in the world, because I think there's this beautiful energy that really wants to step into your life with the Sun card. I think the Divine Timing is here for you now, so you can really start to let all these past energies go, step into this radiant, youthful, light-filled warmth energy that the Sun card represents. And also with Owl Insight, it says detach your emotions from situations that you cannot control. So this is giving me similar energy. I think, like we were talking about, the past, there could have been situations that you had no control over and you just had to wait that storm out, and you had to go through certain challenges, learn certain lessons to be here today, to experience this moment of divine timing and to experience this moment of release and to really trust your intuition. With Owl, there's always a strong message about trusting your intuition and trusting your inner guidance and your inner sight and what your instincts are really telling you at this moment. Because yeah, there's just this deep message that you're being led down a new path. There's a new portal for you to step through where you leave limiting beliefs or you leave limiting patterns in the past and you step into this new energy where you are filled with more joy and radiance, and you're really allowing yourself to be your true unique self, and you're allowing yourself to share who you are fully with the world, and you're ready to receive love and kindness back from other people and back from the world as well. So really trust your instincts and your intuition. Really get quiet so you can hear what your instincts and intuition are telling you, and your spirit guides and higher self as well. I think there's a lot of messages for you to be listening to. You did get the seashell, which I feel is a message about listening deeply and really trusting our intuition and trusting that guidance that comes from deep within our heart. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you guys, group 1 from your higher self. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I always love doing these readings, and I love reading the comments below, so if this resonated with you, please leave me a comment. Hit the bell if you want to be notified when I upload, and like this video if you did like it. And yeah, please subscribe as well if you did enjoy this reading. Thank you guys for being here, and I really hope to see you in one of my next readings. Hey group 2, if you guys were drawn to the Maiden card as well as this little glass flower, this is going to be your reading. Let's see what message your higher self has for you today. So right away, you guys were drawn to the Maiden card, and this card is giving me the energy of the inner child. I feel like your inner child has a message for you right now, today. This card is all about youthful vibrancy, expressing yourself, letting your inner child express itself, seeing the world through the eyes of curiosity and wonder, and just being filled with joy at simple things like a puddle on the ground, just splashing through a puddle, or just being really mesmerized by the rain or the sunshine or a rainbow. That kind of youthful, joyful, playful energy. I think your higher self wants to remind you that your inner child is always with you and is always guiding you and really has a message for you today. So I pulled some tarot cards as well, and you guys got the Queen of Wands, the Six of Wands, and the Knight of Coins. Okay. Very interesting energy right off the bat. I'm feeling very strongly like this is a message about your creativity and about I think your inner child really wants to play and be creative and express itself. I'm just picking up all of the energies in the wands, as well as we have all of these beautiful flowers coming out today. You are drawn to the glass flower. The Maiden card has beautiful flowers, and the Queen of Wands has beautiful sunflowers as well. And to me, flowers really represent creativity and that spark and that joy of life. You know, they come in so many different beautiful, bright, bold colors. They're just so gorgeous. They're geometric patterns, and they just have that brilliant light emanating from them. And I feel like that's the message that your higher self really wants you guys to remember about yourself. I feel like maybe your life has been feeling a bit dull or just not as joyful and expressive as you might hope for or wish. So your higher self is coming through today with this message from your inner child to really connect with joy and play and creativity and expression. With the Knight of Coins, I am feeling like your higher self and your inner child is asking you to take one action today towards feeling more expansive and joyful and expressive. So I feel like there's an action that maybe is calling to you. Maybe you've been wanting to pick up your paintbrushes or pick up some markers or crayons and create. Maybe you've been wanting to fill your house with bolder, brighter colors. Maybe you've been wanting to start gardening or bringing more flowers into your home. I think there's one action that maybe has been calling to you, or maybe this reading will inspire you to think about. But I think there's just something small and simple that you could do today that could bring your inner child to feel more alive and to feel more seen and more heard. Because I think your inner child is craving some kind of bold, vibrant energy or some kind of playful, creative energy. And I think that's maybe what's been missing from your life recently. So I think that's why your higher self has brought your inner child through in this reading today for you guys to maybe think about, where have you strayed from expressing yourself fully? Where have you strayed from enjoying the small moments in life? Where have you strayed from, hearing your inner child and really listening to what they want and need? So yeah, that's just some first messages that have come out. Let's pull a few more. Let's pull some oracle cards and then maybe a few more tarot cards as well. Group 2. What does group 2 need to know from their higher self? Messages from the higher self of group 2. Group 2 messages from the higher self of group 2. We have dog with divine service. How can you serve yourself better? So yeah, exactly. This is how I was feeling. How can you really listen to your inner child and hear what they need? How can you serve your inner child better and yourself as a whole? Because our inner child really will help our full expressive and expansive self come out and be seen. So yeah, maybe think of a few simple acts that you can do to really allow this energy back into yourself and into your home. I'm just being drawn. I'm not sure if you guys can see, but there's these stars emanating from these flowers in this picture. And I just feel like this bold, expansive, colorful energy wants to be brought back into your space, into your home, into your life. So yeah, how can you guys serve yourself and your inner child better? How can you bring more joyful, creative, playful energy back into your life? We also have the whale spirit with tenderness. Show compassion and forgive what needs to be forgiven. We also have rabbit with sensitive soul. Strengthen your boundaries and cut cords. So yeah, these two energies with sensitive soul and tenderness with whale and rabbit, I'm feeling like these are kind of representing your inner child again, like the tender side of yourself and the sensitive side of yourself. I think maybe you've been really overworked at your job. Maybe you have a lot of responsibilities at home and at work or at school. And like this tender, sensitive side of you, I think, has been feeling a little neglected. Like the tender inner child, the sensitive inner child. And I think your higher self is just bringing these messages through to remind yourself that it's okay to have lost sight of that energy for a little while. It's okay. Definitely show yourself compassion, show yourself that forgiveness, and just kind of move into this more playful, tender energy where you are expressing your more sensitive side, and you're expressing that playfulness and that inner child maiden energy, where you feel connected to your path, your purpose, where you feel connected to like the things that you like to do as a child. Because for me, children will kind of express their true nature. I know we go through a lot of growth and change over our life, but children really, they'll be drawn to the things that they're meant to be drawn to. Like, they'll be drawn to where their path and purpose is residing. So like, for example, it's always really important in the community for the elders to watch the young children and watch where they're being like led and what kinds of things they do. So like, if you've spent time with a child and you've watched them, you're going to see where their interests are. You're going to see what they like to do, that you're going to see how they move in the world and really what they are drawn to. So just like for an example, if there's a child who's always playing in the dirt, who loves digging up worms, who loves putting their hands in the earth, perhaps that child is meant to, garden later in life, maybe work with the earth, maybe work with seeds and trees and the living beings in the soil, that kind of thing. Maybe there's a child who has always loved to express themselves through drawing, through writing, through creating. Perhaps that child is meant to live a life in their adulthood where they are a writer or an artist or a creator. Perhaps there's those children who are just love to be outdoors all the time. They never really want to come in. They always want to explore the wilderness. Perhaps they grow up, and if they really listen to their calling, they'll realize they're meant to be like a wilderness guide or a park ranger, like that kind of energy. And then we have children who are always playing with dolls, playing house. Maybe they're really meant to connect with that energy and be a parent themselves in their adulthood. Maybe your child, or like the child you're observing, they always play doctor, firefighter, that kind of energy they always are drawn to. So maybe when they reach adulthood, it's important for them to incorporate that energy and perhaps be a doctor, a firefighter, any kind of paramedic, any kind of helping profession or caretaker profession. So those are just some examples, but I think your higher self is kind of coming through with this message because I think there was something in your childhood that you were really drawn to, and you really felt like you were really connected to yourself when you did this activity. You were really in that flow state. You were really, who you were meant to be. And this could really be anything. It could be related to your path, your purpose, or it could just be like a hobby that brings you a lot of joy. Or it could just be connecting with nature. Like maybe you haven't been having the time to go on your nature walks or connect with that river or stream by your house or your favorite trees, like those kinds of things. There's just something your inner child and higher self are really highlighting today that they want you to reconnect with. They want you to take that, like we were talking about, that one action. Take that action to reconnect to yourself, to reconnect to something you did in the past that really sparked your passion and really made you feel alive. Or take this in a new direction. Try something new that your inner child is like really asking you to try. Go down a new path where you feel connected to that inner child. So yeah, take those messages as they resonate. It's definitely going to be a little different for everyone here, like how they resonate and how you are meant to act. But yeah, let's pull a few more tarot cards to get a little bit more information for you guys. Group 2, what does group 2 need to know from their higher self? Messages for group 2, please. Messages from the higher self of group 2. We have the Fool card. Yeah, stepping into something new. The Dream Space. Okay, this is absolutely beautiful. 8 of Swords. Okay. And we also have the Tower. Wow. Okay. Very interesting and clear messages are coming through. 8 of Swords right away. I'm being drawn to that 8 of Swords energy. I think you guys feel restricted. Maybe you feel like we were talking about overworked, like your life has been a bit dull, like you can't find your way out, like everything feels monotonous, and maybe you just work a 9 to 5 right now and you don't have a lot of time for yourself to do your hobbies or your passions, and you're like asking yourself, how can I get out of this energy? How can I flip my perspective to feel more joyful and creative? And with the Tower moment, I feel like this is coming out for you guys to give you like that burst of energy and that hopeful energy. Like once you change your perspective, once you let something go, once you let the Tower fall, there will be space and room for you guys to change your perspective, to reconnect to your inner child and reconnect to joyful, happy energy, because this Tower card is just giving me the energy of something that needs to fall, something that needs to be let go of, something that needs to change, be dismantled, be destroyed, so that new creative and beautiful energy can flourish. Something is ready to be released right now. Whether it is that 9 to 5 job or whether it's just like a mindset or a belief. It could be, and it could, be a lot of different things for different people here. But once that tower energy occurs, you guys will be stepping into this Fool energy, stepping into a new beautiful energy I'm picking up with this card, stepping onto a new path of adventure and really being connected to your inner child. I'm being drawn to this panda's birthday party hat that he's wearing, and I just feel like you're going to feel like a child at a birthday party again. Like, remember when you were younger and birthday parties were just like the highlight of life, like going to a friend's birthday party and all your friends are there from school and it's just about having fun, cake, presents, games, being that carefree, innocent, joyful person that we all have experienced, you know, from being a child. Also, with this beautiful energy, I feel like you are also really being guided by instincts and intuition with this red panda here. I think you will be following your heart and your intuition and your instincts down this path, and you're gonna know what you need to bring into your life and how to connect deeper to your inner child. And we also have the Dream Space card, and this is a beautiful card that's unique to this panda deck. This is all about connecting to our deepest wishes in our heart space. What is your heart and soul really asking you to create? What kind of person does your heart and soul want you to become? And this card is all about letting that beautiful gem that is your heart and your dreams, letting them out into the world and letting them grow and, you know, expand out into the world. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you guys, group number 2. Such beautiful energy and such a beautiful reading. Let me know in the comments down below if this reading resonated with you guys. I always love to read the comments. Please like and subscribe if you guys did like this reading. Thank you all so much for joining me today, and I really hope to see you in one of my next readings. Hey group 3, if you guys were drawn to the Clear Quartz Wand as well as the Wild One card, this is going to be your reading. Let's see what your higher self wants you guys to know today. What message does your higher self have for you? So right away, you guys were drawn to the Wild One card, and this card is all about freedom of expression, expressing all of the unique parts of yourself and of your individuality, just letting yourself be who you really are, connecting to your inner passions and your self-expression. This figure is just freely dancing nude in the forest, and I also feel like this card is talking about your connection to nature and the wild wilderness energy and landscapes. So yeah, how can you guys deepen your expressive energy? How can you deepen sharing yourself fully with the world? I think your higher self has a message to share with you about that. You guys also got the Mexican sunflower card. And with this card, I'm really feeling this energy of like a few different things. I'm feeling the energy of connecting to spirit, connecting to ancestors, connecting to spirit guides as well, with all of this beautiful energy radiating from this woman's lips out to the flowers, out to the butterfly. And also with the Mexican sunflower card, there is this energy of using your magnetism, using your attractive magnetic energy to manifest the things that you want. I think your higher self is reminding you, you don't need to push things, you don't need to force things, you don't need to force your manifestations. They will come to you when the time is right, and you really should trust your own power and your own magnetic energy as well. And again, I think there is this message for you guys to listen deeply to yourself as well as your spirit guides and ancestors if you connect to that energy as well. We also got, I also pulled a few tarot cards for you guys, and you guys got Six of Swords, Judgment, and Ace of Cups. Oh, wow. Okay. Group 3, your higher self is coming through with a strong message about hearing your calling, trusting in your calling, trusting in the things you do hear from spirit guides, trusting in the things that you hear from your intuition and your instincts. Trust in your calling. I think there might be something that maybe you have avoided as a calling. Maybe you haven't been answering a certain calling that your intuition and instincts have really been trying to tell you. And this reading is letting you know that your higher self wants you guys to hear this calling. They want you to connect to your full expressive and expansive energy. They want you to be they want you to be your unique and individual self and express yourself fully to the world, because I think when you do that, you will be connecting to your calling, you'll be connected to your gifts, and I think you have a lot of healing gifts to be shared with the world. Because we do have Six of Swords and Ace of Cups, and Ace of Cups is giving me a strong healing and blessing energy, and just this energy of inner peace, inner knowing, guidance. We also have Six of Swords, and this card is about traveling, and I'm getting the message of guidance. We do have this figure who is rowing the boat, guiding these two figures to a new land. And in the front of the boat, we have this little dog who I feel like is a spirit guide, is an animal guide. I think your calling has to do with guiding others in some way. I think your calling could perhaps have to do with healing and guiding other souls and other spirits in this lifetime. Your calling also has to do, in my opinion, it could have to do with like parts of yourself that you haven't expressed yet to the world. So maybe there's a part of you that you have been keeping to yourself and keeping hidden, and that could be the key to your calling. That could be the key to hearing your intuition and like what you're really meant to be doing at this time. So yeah, I'm getting this strong message of like, with these first two cards, I'm getting like a strong message of it's time for you guys to really express the full spectrum of who you are to the world, because I think you have so many gifts to share, and those gifts and your energy is going to be attracting synchronicities, it's going to be attracting your manifestations, it's going to be attracting the blessings that are really meant for you guys. It's really going to be attracting what is meant for you. Because I think when you do start to connect to your full expression, you're going to be hearing the calling from spirit and your higher self. They're all going to be leading you down this new path where you are expansive, expressive, your gifts are helping people. You are really helping people to connect to their calling as well. Like, I think something about what you're meant to do here is about guiding other people as well. So maybe, yeah, I just keep picking up on these guidance energies. There is really something that your higher self wants you to know about your power as a guide and your connection to spirit guides and animal guides as well. So let's get some more information for you guys. I feel like your higher self has more to say. Group 3, messages from the higher self of group 3, please, Spirit. Messages from the higher self of group 3. What does group 3 need to know? Knight of Swords. We have Dream Space. We have the Four of Cups, the Four of Wands, and the Chariot. Okay. So this is like giving me a little bit of similar energy. This is about listening to the calling of your heart, listening to the calling of your heart and soul, hearing the messages from Spirit. Like, again, I'm just drawn to these butterflies, and I think Spirit has been trying to tell you something. Your higher self and your spirit guides have been trying to get your attention in some way. They've been trying to get you to hear something. They've been trying to get you to hear the calling and express that you've heard the calling and let the universe know that you've heard the calling and taken action in that direction. Again, we have the Chariot. So we have movement in this reading with Six of Swords and the Chariot. There is this energy of movement, and like you will be moving into a new phase in your life. Maybe some of you have been really called to move to a new location. And if you really listen to that calling and take that action, I think in that new location, your life is going to just go to the next level, and you will start to experience synchronicities, and you're going to start to feel like you're in the right place at the right time, and things are really lining up for you, and there's a lot of blessings for you. If it's not a physical move, that's okay. Just listen to what you have been hearing and what you're being called to hear, because if it's not literally a physical move, then it's like metaphorical movement. And once you answer this calling and step into the path that you have been being led down, things will start to open up for you. The opportunities that are meant for you will just start to magnetize and come to you guys. And your life will start to feel more open, and you won't feel stuck or stagnant. You'll feel like the road is open for you. The opportunities you want just come to you, whether that's work opportunities or relationships, friendships. Like, there will just be this beautiful sense of ease, and you'll feel like the road is open and you can achieve what you want to achieve. So really the strongest message is just to really connect to your heart space. Connect to what you feel like how does the Wild One card make you feel? What kinds of things does your heart want to express to the world? What parts of yourself have you maybe been keeping hidden? Those parts of yourself want to be expressed out to the world as well. So allow yourself freedom of expression, creativity, allow yourself to connect to your heart and your soul. Allow yourself to listen to your guides and hear your guides, hear the blessings that are coming for you. I do think your calling has to do with guiding others and being a guide for others as well in some capacity. That could be like stepping onto the path of community leader, or stepping onto a path of counselor, therapist, psychologist. That could be stepping onto a path of being a life coach or being a guide in some capacity, maybe to younger children, being a guide or a leader in your community to the younger children and teenagers. Maybe it's being a guide to people who need extra help, like people who are maybe struggling with addictions or homelessness. Maybe there's things like in that capacity that you've been having this inkling that you feel like you could help those kinds of people. Those are just some examples, but just listen to the calling that you have been hearing, and what kinds of things has your intuition been trying to nudge you in that direction. Like I said, maybe it's something I haven't mentioned. Maybe you've been really being led down a path to become some kind of healer, body worker, a healing modality of any kind. Maybe you've been led to begin a journey of being a writer, where you write healing stories, or you give people, joy and laughter through your stories or your art, your creativity in some capacity. It really could be anything along any of those lines. You will definitely know where you're being led, and just trust your intuition on that. Let's pull a few more oracle cards for any last messages for group 3. Group 3, what are some messages and last advice from the higher self of my group 3? Oh, that's 2 cards. Okay, we have sloth with digital detox, recalibrate, reset, and recharge. Okay, this card is coming out because I think this is your intuition wanting to connect with you guys. So your higher self is letting me know that you guys need to take a little bit of a rest to recharge your battery, and so you can really hear your calling and your intuition more clearly, because our intuition and our heart really speak to us when we are still and silent. So I get a lot of messages from my intuition when I'm going to sleep, like at night, when everything is really still and really quiet and I can really hear my heart. There's not like distractions or activity. Everything is still, everything is quiet, so it's much more easy for me to hear what my heart is trying to tell me and where my intuition is trying to lead me, like at the night before I go to bed. So this is just letting me know that you guys would really benefit from taking some of that energy into your life, to slow down, to recharge, to hear your intuition and to hear your heart. So maybe make some more time for meditation, or just make some time for rest and just listening to the sounds of your heartbeat, listening to the sounds of nature. That will really help you guys to hear the messages that you're meant to hear right now. We also have kangaroo with courage. You're being tested, have faith, and stand in your truth. With this card, I feel like this card is giving me similar energy to the Wild One card. I think you're really being asked to have a lot of courage, metaphorically go out in the wilderness, connect to that wild energy, have the courage to go out to those wild spaces in yourself and outside as well. But yeah, really just have the courage to dance nude under the moonlight next to a fire, like whatever that means for you. So just have the courage to express yourself fully, have the courage to bring your dreams and what your heart is calling you into the world. That can be some of the most, challenging energy and challenging things to do, is like bringing our heart's desire out into the world, because our heart gives us these messages and asks us to do things and asks us to face our fear. So it takes a lot of courage to follow our heart. And I think your higher self is really asking you guys to do that. We also have the squirrel with spiritual maintenance, be your own caretaker. So this is your higher self coming through to remind you that, trusting your intuition and trusting your calling, it's going to take a lot of energy. Really nurture that, really nurture your heart space, nurture your fears, like soothe your fears, nurture your courage, nurture your full, expressive, expansive self. make time for your spiritual practices and make time to hear your inner calling and your inner voice, like we were talking about with the sloth energy. This is giving me similar energy about really the spiritual maintenance that you will need and the time that you will need to put in to connect to your spiritual calling and your spiritual gifts as well. So yeah, that's what I'm really seeing, group 3. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. If you did like this reading, please like and subscribe. Leave me a comment down below letting me know how this resonated with you. I always love to read the comments, and I really love to do these readings. Yeah, give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you liked this video. Hit the bell if you want to be notified for the next time I upload. And yeah, thank you guys just so much for being here, and I really hope to see you in one of my next readings.